month, we had the honor to sit down with the White House Senior Advisor, Valerie Jarrett. She stopped by to talk about her time in the White House and the benefits of the Affordable Care Act. Let's take a look.
We are so honored to have you here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
For anybody who doesn't really understand all that you do, what is it that you do as Senior Advisor to President Obama?
Is it that I
Yes.
do? All right, so Senior Advisor means that I work with my colleagues to give the President our best advice on the full range of issues that come before his desk. But I also chair the White House Council on Women and Girls, which I love. I've been doing it since the second month he was there. So we just make sure everything we do, we look at how it's benefiting women and girls. And then I also oversee the Office of Public Engagement and Intergovernmental Affairs. So I got a pretty full plate.
Yes.
And I've been there since day one, January 20th, 2009.
Wow.
Never left.
That is amazing. You've known the Obamas for 25 years.
25 years. Can you believe that? I was a child when we met.
So what were they like?
Yeah. Okay.
What were they like when you first met them?
You know what? It's interesting. I met them when they were engaged, and I was trying to recruit the
Wow.
First Lady to come and work with me in the mayor's office in Chicago. And we ended up having dinner, and I will tell you, they are the same in terms of their core values, their commitment to public service. That was before the president was even in the state senate.
Wow.
But we were talking about they're so talented, and what do they want to do with that talent, and how do they want to give back? And so their core values, their kind of moral compass, they're caring about people who are left behind and who they need to be lifted up with some support. All of those core principles were there, and I've enjoyed watching them marry and grow and raise these two amazing daughters.
Yes. Awesome daughters. Yeah, awesome.
So proud. So proud of them both.
So if you had to pick one thing that you hope people remember about the Obama administration, what would that be?
How much time do you have?
I love all the time to hear.
We have
Well,
time.
well, first of all, I want you to know, and since I've been there since day one, I can say they just wake up every single day thinking about you and thinking about what they can do to ensure that everybody gets that fair shot in our country. And when you think about what's happened, you know, we went from losing 800,000 jobs a month, unemployment rate of as high as 10%, down to 4.9, right?
That's
Major.
What is the White House doing? Because we know that President-elect Trump will be going into office soon.
Yes, he will.
What is the White House doing to help with the transition?
I know, I had to pause for a moment there. Because, you know, obviously it's profoundly disappointing to all of us, but I will say this, and this is important. You fight in a campaign and you give it your all and you fight for what you believe in, and that's what the President and First Lady and Vice President Biden all were doing. And then once the campaign is over and the people choose, then it's our job to ensure a smooth transition. And I will say, when we came in, President Bush was incredibly supportive and made sure that we, even though we differed on a lot of issues, that he helped us with the transition. And so the president's direction...
He kept the keyboards and stuff in there for y'all, right?
You would be so surprised, but really with the professionalism and openness, because our goal is, of course, thinking about our country.
Yes.
Right.
And a smooth transition.
That's what it's all about. You're also here to bring us the great news about the Affordable Care Act.
Yes.
Tell us the benefits.
Yes.
Why do we sign up? Tell us everything.
All right, so we're right in the middle of an enrollment period. And in fact, if you enroll by December 15th, you'll be insured January 1st.
Oh.
What better New Year's pledge to yourself than making sure? And I have to tell you,
Okay.
since the November enrollment started, we have already 1 million people who have enrolled, over 20 million in the last enrollment period. And so you want to make sure that you're not going to go broke or put off getting health care. And so knowing that you can get affordable health care, most families, 72% of folks can get health care for $75 or less a month.
Wow.
Just think about what one trip to the emergency room is.
Oh, it
and then
costs
the other thing I should say to you is that the Affordable Care Act really focuses on everybody. And so even if you already have health insurance through your employer, your insurance companies can no longer discriminate against you if you have pre-existing conditions. Women can get preventive care.
That's great.
Without
Very
any
important.
copay.
Yes.
Go for those annual checkups. You can get, you know, birth control, counseling for domestic violence, all kinds of
You
benefits.
could go to the doctor. That's what she's
That's what
saying.
I'm trying to
Go
say.
the doctor.
And, you know, particularly women, we put ourselves last.
Yes.
And now there's no excuse. And so we really want people to go on healthcare.gov. Our website is up and working. And sign up for you and your families.
My God, that is awesome.
Take care of yourselves.
It's so important for all of us to hear about this. Well, because you're also so close to the Obamas and obviously Vice President Biden, We're going to show you memes that have been all over the internet and the news lately.
I love it.
And you'll
Hilarious.
tell us how accurate they are, okay? We've got to hurry or we'll be late. Biden, this counts as your workout, right? You said we can binge watch Netflix after.
1 to 10, how accurate is
Well,
that?
the first part is accurate. It's a 10 because, you know, the First Lady's Let's Move initiative, she makes them run everywhere they go.
Really?
So, yeah, absolutely. They have to run everywhere.
Love it.
And finally, a Pikachu in the Oval Office.
Ah, because they got that. Did
All right,
they
how
ever
accurate?
play it?
That's a 1. They don't have time for that.
That's easy.
They don't have time for that.
She is amazing.
Amazing.
Loved her.
I love her.
Yes.
We have to thank Valerie Jarrett again for coming by on our show. For more information about the Affordable Care Act, go to healthcare.gov to shop and compare health insurance plans for 2017.
Yes.
Open enrollment is happening now, and the deadline is January 31st. The deadline, again, is January 31st.
That's right.